On my Bitcoin brony brothers. What up? The Bitcoin bronies were in full swing. I'm here to trash all that is Bitcoin. Yes, it is ridiculous. Is Bitcoin dumb? Absolutely. And I'm very, very, very happy to keep betting against it. Now you're probably wondering, why does a guy like this continue to bet against Bitcoin the way he does? Isn't it a bad idea? Well, to be honest, I think it's the best idea. George Washington says, "Why are you awake? It's 11." Dude, it's 8:22 where I live. I live on the West Coast. You live on the East Coast, and you're probably fapping. George Washington, you are gay. I bet George Washington is, by the way, George Washington's commenting on the horizontal stream. But here's the thing. I bet George Washington is a bigger dude than I am. Not talking about the real founding father. I'm talking about the guy in the chat on the horizontal stream that I have. So I'm simulcasting horizontally and vertically. I'm going to show the chat real quick. I'm very excited, but Bitcoin is trash. We all know it. I've been constantly calling it a Ponzi scheme. Rightfully so, by the way, rightfully so. And Bitcoin has given me another opportunity. Actually, the dumb money has given me what's called another beautiful opportunity to bet against it. You're probably wondering, why do I bet against the dumb money? Why do I even bother? Because the dumb money gives me opportunities, right? There's opportunities everywhere, man. Everywhere. And sometimes you got to take them. And I will happily do so. Yeah, like this video if you think Bitcoin sucks and is a pure play Ponzi scheme. I know I do. I think Bitcoin is one of the greatest Ponzi schemes ever invented. No smart person bets against Bitcoin, says George Washington. Maybe in the next 10 years bet against it, but not now. Oh, absolutely I'll bet against it, dude. Bitcoin is crap. Bitcoin is the biggest lump of trash in the world. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes to $1 million per coin in the market. It still has $0 in value. In actual value, there is nothing intrinsically valuable about it. Saving Bitcoin is like saving money. It's a bad idea. And when I say saving money, I mean saving currency. So saving currency of any kind, physical or digital, is a bad call, and you're an idiot for doing so. But if you do think that Bitcoin is the future, I feel bad for you, son. Man, SBIT is down, dude. So the SBIT, which is one of the vehicles that I use to bet against Bitcoin, is down quite a bit in the after-hours markets. But it's a hell of an opportunity. One that I cannot miss at all. To buy the SBIT at this low of a price, it's astounding. Now, is it a little bit dangerous to bet against Bitcoin? Sure. But not really. I'm just actually shocked that Bitcoin's going up, right? George Washington says cryptocurrency will die out soon, just like NFTs. Absolutely. Absolutely, bud. Stone Cold Steve Rock says suddenly has become acceptable to call what's happening in Gaza a genocide. Your name is similar to Garza. All rise. Oh, no, 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 no. Like the video if you think Bitcoin sucks, though. Yeah, Bitcoin's terrible. I mean, NFTs are a scam. Bitcoin's a scam. I've been betting against Bitcoin using the S-Bit. I still think it's a good call because I'm putting my money where my mouth is, man. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Yeah, just lots of opportunities for me to bet against Bitcoin, man, and I'm taking them. I'm taking them all. It's funny, the markets crashed today, but Bitcoin seems to be going up. Here's the thing. People think that because the U.S. lost its AAA rating, that means the dollar is going to decay. But here's the thing. The dollar, even if it decays, Bitcoin is still worthless, you guys. You guys don't get it. You guys putting your money into Bitcoin, you're still putting your money into bullshit that was worth intrinsically nothing. Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. How many times do I got to tell you guys? Full box 200. I don't really care. Full box nothing. What the hell? What are you guys talking about? I'm getting spammed and scammed, all right? But look, Bitcoin is still a Ponzi scheme whether you guys believe in it or not, all right? I don't care if you believe in it. Belief alone does not make something valuable. That's the point I try to make on this show. Intrinsic value matters. Utility matters. It all matters. My brony brothers. Damn, dude, the S-Bit is down. Down, 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 down. 6%, man. 7%, actually. See, that's the way it goes, man. It's got to go down. Don't lie to make it look bad. Don't lie to make what look bad. Look, here's the thing. Bitcoin is still a bad investment. I don't care how much it goes up. If you think that Bitcoin's a long-term investment, you're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. Come on, man. Explain some more facts. Okay, here's a fact for you. When you give your money away for a string of data that's worthless, you're an idiot. All right? Here's an example. This is how the Bitcoin market works. Okay? Somebody has Bitcoin. If you're trading Bitcoin, that is. You're trading your money away for a string of data. You're trading your physical currency for digital currency. And by the way, both are worthless. So you're an idiot. Actually, you could argue that digital currency is much more worthless than physical currency in itself, even though physical currency is super worthless. Lol, I got him go, hey, you know what? I would like to see you back on this channel when Bitcoin goes back to 60,000 per coin. Yeah, come on back. Do it. When Bitcoin is down to $60,000 per coin, I'll see you back here. I'll see you back here. Look, Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme, whether you like it or not. If Bitcoin goes to $1 million, okay, that's fine. I got into Bitcoin really early. I never sold it. I still own it. The point is, Bitcoin's still worthless, even though I own it. I still bet against it. I'll continue to bet against it. Yeah, I'm fucking angry, man. You're talking to yourself, calling me an idiot. Simbi, you're a moron. If you think that Bitcoin has any intrinsic value, you're a fool. It participates in greater fool theory. It requires new idiots to enrich the old idiots. All right? Everybody who gets into Bitcoin's an idiot. Some people get out with a profit, some don't. But really, all it is a gambling currency. It's for gamblers. It is literally lottery tickets. It's digital lottery tickets. I will admit, I think you have a better chance of making money on crypto than you do on lottery tickets, though. I will say that. Even though crypto is a scam. Because there's enough fools. It's basically, you know what Bitcoin really is? It's an annuity for idiots. Because everybody's pooling, they're all pushing the market price higher by artificially pumping it up, by not selling it and pumping it up. You just said Simbi. Say it right before you call me stupid. Your name is fucking stupid, Simbi. Is it Simbi? Smeeby. Smeeby. I'm going to call you Simbi anyway. Your name sucks ass anyway, whether I say it correctly or not. If your name sucks ass, you're fucking dumb. Anyway, moving on. The whole point I'm trying to make is this. Bitcoin is a bad investment. It's not a real investment. It's actually, it's bussy money. It's mussy bussy money, all right? It is for fools. It is for dummies. And look and say it right. Smeeby. Your name is so stupid. I don't like your name. I don't even want to say it right. I'm going to call it Simbi. Smimby. Smibby. Why does your name suck so bad? It's just annoying. God, is this another child? Another child. Hey, guess what, kid? Watch Bitcoin go down because anything with an intrinsic value of 0 must go to 0 eventually. It just takes a little bit of time. Bitcoin, my click coin. All right. Yes, I believe you do. Hey, I got into Bitcoin early, man. It sucks ass. Look, I'm holding Bitcoin, but I'm betting against it because I know that Bitcoin is intrinsically worthless because it's only a gambler currency that morons like Smibby get into because they're gamblers and degenerates. All right? How's that sound? Smibby? Smibby? Smibby says, I was just scrolling on YouTube. Don't know how I came across you. I don't use Bitcoin or anything like that. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I don't really care. I can't. I don't know what it is about that name. Why do you call yourself Smibby? George Washington on the horizontal stream says, if you're buying stocks, you're always gambling. Okay, first off, at least when you buy stocks, you're purchasing an actual piece of ownership into a real company that does something, that has earnings, something's there. It's doing something, right? Bitcoin doesn't do anything. It's lazy. At least when you buy stocks, you're buying ownership in a company, you dumb ass George Washington. You are the dumbest. By the way, I'm just going to say this right now. George Washington, you as a commenter are the worst commenter of all time. Your takes are trash. I am going to... I was about to say that I was going to shove you up my you-know-what, but I'm not going to say that. But look... yeah, George Washington, you're a moron if you think that Meta is a good one. Meta's a dead company in my opinion. Sure, they've got cash flow, and sure, I have actual stake in Meta through the ETFs that I own, like the SCHX. Yeah, I own that shit. I got that shit. Who's calling my phone? Who's calling that shit? George Washington, you piss me off. Making me come. SEC is gutted, understaffed before, yeah. The SEC is garbage. Securities Exchange Commission's fucking trash. It is a corrupt organization, by the way, that allows for things like Bitcoin to succeed. The only reason they allow Bitcoin, by the way, is because they knew that grifter idiots like you guys would start promoting Bitcoin because you're a bunch of fools. You're dumb. All right, man. I'm racking up on this S-bit, man. S-bit my big tits, dude. Oh boy. So you guys are like, seriously though, Bitcoin really is a dumb investment. If you guys think it's a good investment, okay. You're fools. I still can't believe they allow Bitcoin to be. It shocks me that the SEC considers Bitcoin an actual asset when it's fucking Ponzi garbage. How do they not see that it's a Ponzi scheme? Ponzi. Ponzi, Ponzi, Ponzi. It is a Ponzi scheme. All right. But yeah, I could keep on talking about how shitty Bitcoin is. It's pretty easy. It's easy to bet against too. You can make a lot of money betting against it. Now, when everybody's bullish on something stupid, I am extremely bearish. So all it takes is people getting super bullish about something dumb to make me start betting against it hard. Hopefully Bitcoin crashes down, but we don't know when that's going to happen. So I'm going to keep betting against it. That's what I do. Bet against Ponzi schemes like Bitcoin, right? Ponzi schemes. You heard it here, folks. Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. And let's do another one. Like the video if you think Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. You guys gotta like the video if you think Bitcoin's a Ponzi. I know you guys think it's a Ponzi. You guys gotta be smarter than this. There we go. All right, you guys ready for this? Is Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme that is currently in a bubble? One vote says yes. Who else we got on here? Who else we got on the poll? Who's calling that shit? Oh shit, Nathan Walker. Nathan Walker liked, thumbs up, said hi. Oh yeah. Get it. Let's see if George Washington's still Nope, George Washington went away. I scared George Washington away, thank goodness. He's on the horizontal chat. You guys are all in the vertical chat most likely. Bitcoin makes me angry. My mussy gets upset. Well, so I'm always betting against Ponzi schemes. Well, not always, but I'm definitely betting against Bitcoin because it is the creme de la creme of Ponzi schemes. The fact that Bitcoin has a $2.2 trillion market cap right now is proof positive that it is in a bubble. The fact that it has a higher market capitalization than an actual company that does something, hence Amazon.com, is proof positive I need to bet against it. Oh, it's going up higher. You know what that means? Betting against it harder. The Bitcoin Ponzi is in full swing. Oh shit, dude, I can keep buying. I can keep betting against it, man. 658, I will do it. Yes. Dude, this is one thing I love about the overnight markets is there's a lot of opportunity. Like if Bitcoin is going up like crazy in the at night, right? That's a good opportunity for me to keep buying into the SBIT, which I don't recommend that to anybody, not financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. AJ Valenti says you missed the boat. Lol. How AJ? By the way, AJ's chatting on the horizontal stream. How did I miss the boat when I got in early? I got into Bitcoin very, very early and I never sold. I still have it. I do have it sitting in a Coinbase account, so who knows how safe that is. But I've had it sitting in there for a while, for quite a while. Got into it very early on. I have quite a bit of it. So I didn't miss the boat at all. In fact, I'm betting that the boat is going to sink, is what I'm betting on, right? So here's the thing. AJ, we both got on the boat. We're both on the boat. But I'm betting that the boat is going to sink. Do you see what I'm saying? The boat is sinking. It's sinking fucking hard. You'll see. And I am maliciously betting against Bitcoin. Because I think it's trash. And I think that anybody who believes it is a worthy investment is out of their fucking mind. I am actually shocked that Bitcoin has become widely adopted, though. It does blow my mind to some degree. Who's calling that shit? Yeah, but I didn't miss the boat. Hey, Jay. George Washington says unemployment activities. Look, I'm employed, and I bet against Bitcoin because Bitcoin is stupid. And it's honestly a great second income. Me betting against Bitcoin has turned into a great opportunity for me to make a side income that honestly would pay off my car in a heartbeat by betting against it. Look, Bitcoin's on a massive bull run right now. Look, it's currently at $111,000 in $111,583.39. Look at that. Look at Bitcoin. Look at it rising. This is now a crypto channel, by the way. Just kidding. Just kidding. I want to make sure people could see that, though. This is what ridiculousness looks like. That's stupidity. Lots of opportunities right now, though. Oh, shit. 656. Sweet. Then we'll do 654. Then we'll do 652. There we go. Still betting against hardcore. The fact that Bitcoin is on a bull run when the market crashed today, I wouldn't say crashed, but went down pretty hard, is kind of ridiculous because Bitcoin itself is a Ponzi scheme. $2.2 trillion market cap. You see it here, folks? This is, speaking of what George Washington said, that's peak unemployment behavior. CIA, not Sierra, LOL Auto. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. Mr. Nathan Walker, kicking ass, taking names. But hey, Bitcoin, keep going up, man. It's going to keep betting against you. This is me telling the dumb money that it's freaking idiotic. Yep, betting against more Bitcoin here. This is crazy, man. This is a real opportunity for me. I can't believe that Bitcoin... I mean, we're witnessing history here, even albeit it's a dumb one. The fact that Bitcoin is this high up, like, just blows my mind. That's so ridiculous, man. Let's see. George Washington says you're just losing money. Why would you bet against Bitcoin? Actually, I'm not losing any money at all. When I trade my money away for the SBIT ETF, sure, I'm having unrealized losses, but at the same time, I have a lot of unrealized gains for the fact that I fucking told you idiots that I own Bitcoin already. I got into Bitcoin. All my unrealized losses are actually covered by my unrealized gains from the Bitcoin that I already own. There's no risk to me. If you guys were to do what I do, yeah, there's tons of risk to you. There's no risk to me, though, because I play both sides of the coin, but I got into Bitcoin very, very early. That's the point I'm trying to make, George. You moron. You can call me stupid, but you don't know the first fucking thing about hedging your bets. Yeah. But yeah, I'm betting against Bitcoin because it's intrinsically worthless, and I'm very happy to bet against it. You'll see. You will see. It may take a while, but you will see. But yeah, buying the SBIT on the decline at the moment for me is a very solid choice. But yeah, I have a very bearish sentiment on Bitcoin right now. Everybody may be bullish, but eventually that bullishness runs out. The steam eventually runs out. That's what I'm trying to say. And actually, let's take a look at some of my Bitcoin holdings. See how they're doing. That's just part of my Bitcoin holdings here. The other part's sitting around. Just because I've made a lot of unrealized gains from Bitcoin as well does not mean it's a valuable asset. It's still Ponzi currency. All right. Now we play the waiting game. Will Bitcoin crash? Should it crash? It deserves to crash. But yes, I'm glad to bet against Bitcoin. I also have a very, very diversified portfolio, so me betting against Bitcoin is not much of a problem, which is awesome. I'll tell you what, though. Keep going up, Bitcoin. Keep doing it. I'm going to keep betting against it, as I should. Betting against Bitcoin is a smart move, in my opinion. That's not financial advice, just my own personal experience, and that whenever you have an opportunity to bet against a Ponzi scheme, man, I think personally you should take it. If I'm being honest, which I am. Got to be honest. We get some apple juice. Get some apple juice. All right. Celebrate my success in the overnight markets. Let's do this. Unicorn. Oh, whoa. It was good. This is some good shit. It's so good. I love how George Washington's like, why would you bet against Bitcoin? Why would you invest in Bitcoin? No, I'm not. I mean, I got unrealized losses at the moment on the SBIT, but Michael Donaldson. So Michael Donaldson's wondering, are you losing money betting against Bitcoin? Sure, I've got unrealized losses on my SBIT investment, but I don't plan on selling. In fact, I plan on buying the SBIT on the dip because that's how much I don't believe in Bitcoin. And by the way, this is how I've been making money off of Bitcoin. Is whenever there's a massive bull run, I buy one share at a time at variant prices. And when I say one share at a time, I mean one share of the SBIT at varied prices, usually lower prices. And then I sell the SBIT when the opportune moment happens, when Bitcoin crashes. So when Bitcoin's going up and everybody's like, oh, Bitcoin's the answer, yay! It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You're all participating in tulip bulbs, but on the digital scale. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is it is what it is. It's a Ponzi scheme. And hey, look, Bitcoin could go up forever. The dumb money may be more fluent than I anticipated. A lot of dumb people have access to the internet. A lot of dumb people use social media. A lot of dumb people see Bitcoin ads on their social media and think, I need to throw my money at Bitcoin. I need to trade my money away for this lame ass string of data that has no intrinsic value at all. That is what's happening. And people need to realize that. But nobody does. Everybody's like, oh, I'm betting into it, getting into it. Yeah, I love it. I love Bitcoin. Oh, yeah. Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. It's just dumb. And I'm happy to bet against it, though. Who knows, though? I might be able to make a shit ton of money off this shit. I've been here before. This isn't the first time this has happened. And this is funny. All the Bitcoin bros, when Bitcoin's going up, they're like coming into my channel like, oh, you're an idiot for betting against Bitcoin. Oh! But they don't realize that I made a shit ton of money last time I did this. Betting against a bull run for something stupid. Look, Bitcoin is stupid, you guys. I just don't know how you can tell me it matters. Bitcoin is a bad investment, and I'm happy to bet against it. I'll keep betting against it as much as I can. But I do think that Bitcoin's gone on a bull run long enough. In fact, it needs to go right back down, because guess what? Only dumbasses that go on social media all the time are going to buy into this. Because they're seeing a crypto ad thinking, I need to get into Bitcoin. No. Bitcoin is clickcoin. Bitcoin is for mussy boys. And I'm dissing the mussy boys, or I'm dissing you guys. We're all mussy boys, all right? I'm dissing the mussy boys. Mussy. Bitcoin equals mussy coin. You think I would be for Bitcoin because if Bitcoin equals mussy coin, you think I'd be for it, but I'm not. I can't be. It's good to see you, Michael. It's good to see you on the chat, Mr. Donaldson, though. Anytime I get to see my boy Michael Donaldson, I love my boy Michael Donaldson. He's the man. It's still daytime for Michael Donaldson right now. I think it's like 6 o'clock where he's at, or 5 o'clock or something. Mr. Donaldson, how's that sunshine looking? But yeah, I think betting against Bitcoin is the smartest thing I could do. I still don't understand the love for Bitcoin. Oh, hold on. Let's see. 6, I just got home from work. It's sunny and 78 degrees. Are you still doing live streams from the park? I didn't do one today because the weather was actually kind of crappy. I guess I could have brought my umbrella or something like that. I just didn't want it to rain on my phone. My phone's actually like basically waterproof, but I never like to take a chance. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I try to avoid getting it wet anyway, even though it can handle it. It's wild. Now I think Bitcoin's finally losing its steam. And if it isn't, that is surprising. Just to make sure I'm super prepared. Yeah, Bitcoin being at $111,509. Wow. $111,525. 76 cents. But yeah, I still do live streams from the park. Just wasn't really good weather today, so I was like, screw it. I'll skip going to the park today, and I did a little bit of DoorDash delivery for a bit, and that was fun. I enjoy doing those. That way I get a little bit extra money. Been making extra money on this SBIT shit. I made a lot of extra money today, actually, on the what's it called? The SCHX. Made a good amount of money on that shit. Now for Bitcoin to lose a little bit of steam. Will it lose any? Who knows? It needs to, though. It's funny, all these morons. And I do think that if you think that Bitcoin's a good investment, you're not, you don't understand economics. You don't understand what real money is. Look, digital currencies and physical currencies, they're all worthless. They're not backed by anything. You can argue, though, that a physical currency at least has some sort of material it's made out of. Whereas a digital currency, there's nothing there. There is nothing there. It's literally a string of data that you're paying for. You are paying for a string of data. Like, I hope to God you realize that. That's crazy, man. This Bitcoin is the greatest grift of all time. It's this is the .com bubble. This is the .com bubble, man. Let's see. Michael Donaldson says, "Too bad you didn't buy Tesla when I told you at 217." Last I saw, I mean, I do have exposure to Tesla through my index funds. So technically, yes, I did get into Tesla pretty early. because I have like S&P 500 ETFs and stuff that have Tesla in it. So don't worry, I got into Tesla. I just didn't put a lot of money into it, obviously. It is a little surprising to see the S&P 500 basically crashing, and then you see stupid shit like Bitcoin going up. That makes zero sense. Which is proof positive we live in a world filled with dumb money. And that's just the way it is. And that's the way it is. Do you guys want to watch me take a shower? Yeah, you perverts want to watch me take a shower, don't you? Sickos. No, just kidding. I thought about doing a shower stream. That would be funny. Let's see. That's some decent gains for one. That's pretty decent gains. I will admit, you should have saw the gains I was getting when Bitcoin crashed. I actually got into the S-bit at one point and then just sold for some heavy profits. Right now, I have got unrealized losses. So the one thing that people don't realize is that just because the value of something is lower doesn't mean that you lost money. It means you lost value. Now, ultimately, you lose money if you sell, right? So if I'm at a loss of value and I sell everything that I have at a loss of value, then I've lost the money. Now, an unrealized loss doesn't always remain unrealized. Sorry, it doesn't always remain a loss. That's why it's an unrealized loss for now. If the asset that you have goes back up in price and goes over, then you never lost anything at all. There is no realized loss. It was all unrealized. But if you sold at the time when the asset price was lower, then that's a realized loss because you sold. Only dummies sell too early, you know? Later, Garza, I'm going to play some bass. Hey, get that bass, Donaldson. But just remember, that just because something is lower in value doesn't mean that if you sell, you lose your money. Only idiots sell. If you are holding something valuable and you sell it for money at an unrealized loss to a realized loss, that's dumb. That's dumb money moves. That's broke people moves. Yeah. But I'm very happy and very comfortable betting against Bitcoin because, well, Bitcoin, people should feel uncomfortable buying at this price, is what I'm trying to say. That anybody buying at this current price should feel very uneasy. Because if you're buying any form of Bitcoin at the price it's at $111,289, you're really risking some biscuit there. That's wild though, man. See, look at that. Right when I was buying the S-bit at lower prices. Now S-bit's going right back up because Bitcoin cannot last like this. Look, Bitcoin may go on another bull run here. You know, anything that's stupid can still go up if there's enough stupid people to keep it pumping. I guess I'll read a book to you guys. I'll read off where I'm at last. By the way, this book right here is written by a guy who is not a Bitcoin believer at all. In fact, he thinks that Bitcoin is just as much of a Ponzi scheme as I do. He might be more against Bitcoin than I am. But I don't think he bets against it the way that I do. So you got to bet against. I like to bet against it at least. Anyway, I'm going to read some passages from this, but they can be a profitable investment if you buy when the fund shares are selling at a discount to the portfolio value, and when and if the fund price converges with the net asset value, which may happen naturally or in accordance with the terms of the fund charter. If you decide to go the CEF route, buy when the portfolio represents a discount, make sure you know what the portfolio holds. You may think you're buying foreign stocks, but then learn the portfolio has a preponderance of domestic stocks, and find out under what conditions the portfolio and fund share values are reconciled. Okay. Anyway, it uses big words I don't understand. And fund share values are reconciled. Example would be some convert to open-end mutual funds at specified dates. The better option, as I explain in Chapter 8, I use a top-down approach to stock selection. This means that I decide first what regions, what countries, and what sectors represent the best economic backdrop for investment at this time. A safe, high-yielding stock that is bought and held meets... a safe, high-yielding stock that is bought and held meets any investor's objective, whether they be aggressive or more conservative, provided they understand the risks and have appropriate time horizons. So how do you choose individual stocks? My investment strategy keeps it very simple. I am looking for safety and for good yield. My reasoning is that a safe, high-yielding stock that is bought and held meets any investor's objectives, whether they be aggressive or more conservative, provided they understand the risks and have appropriate time horizons. As I am also looking to maximize returns while minimizing transaction costs, I buy common stocks through foreign exchanges. Let's see. This also gets the benefit of yields. With inflation protection and enhanced by profits on currency exchange. Companies engage directly in the production of raw materials, particularly when they are close to the source, can be both safe and high yielding and offer growth potential as well. But any conservative stocks, such as utilities, investments, and real estate in the form of commercial property trusts, are among the safest and high yielding. They are good bets if they are located in an economy that is strong and growing because it is resource rich. Beware of pink sheets. Buying individual stocks on foreign exchanges is, for my money, the best way to go. However, it requires working either through a broker abroad, which often means multiple brokerage accounts and even face-to-face meetings, or through domestic brokers who can trade directly on foreign exchanges. Odd as it may seem, even the largest brokers sometimes decide that brokering foreign stocks on foreign exchanges doesn't make economic sense for them, which doesn't necessarily mean they'll refuse your business. What they'll often do is process your order using pink sheets, which are a trap waiting for foreign stock investors unaware of them. Pink Sheets LLC is a New Jersey company that provides daily bid and offer quotes from market makers. Market makers are broker dealers acting in their capacity as dealers, meaning principals trading for their own accounts as opposed to agents, which is what brokers are when they represent buyers and sellers, and the market is made by an exchange. Quotes are printed on pink paper for foreign stocks, yellow paper for bonds. Interesting. That's something I've never heard of. That's kind of cool. It's not a good thing, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool when you learn something that's a kind of a scheme that you should avoid. It's always nice to see what you need to avoid and see what you need to seek. All right, you guys, I'm tired. I got to go to bed. I'm going to drink this apple juice and then go get some rest. I got some work tomorrow and coming up on a weekend. I'm pretty excited. So catch y'all later. Peace out. A-Town down. I'm out.